Good morning. Today is Monday, September 29th, 2014. This is Dan McElwee, CFP, bringing you the Profit Margin, Ventura Wealth Management's weekly economic newsletter. We begin with our statistic of the week. After coming to market on Friday, September 19th, Alibaba had its first full week of trading, in which shares declined 2.4%. Historically, the average IPO will have a negative rate of return for the first 4 years of existence. Investors must ask, is the risk worth it? Turning to the global perspective, we see that the devastating impact of the Ebola virus is working its way into the commodity markets. The price of cocoa has risen 22% this year, 8.5% in the last 2 weeks alone. Ghana and the Ivory Coast together produce 60% of the globe's supply. The main harvest begins October 1st. In our chart of the week, inflation is muted. The Consumer Price Index fell 0.2% during August, below economist forecasts expecting a flat reading. Inflation stands at 1.7% year over year. Our commentary notes that if anything, 2014 has demonstrated the broad-reaching impact of local events on global investments. U.S. equity markets pulled back last week as investor concerns heightened over growth prospects in the Eurozone, China, and Japan. The Dow contracted 0.96%, the S&P fell 1.37%, and the Nasdaq dropped 1.48%. If it feels like markets are seesawing, you'd be correct. The Dow has had greater than 100% moves in 8 of the last 10 trading sessions. The yield on the 10-year Treasury fell, providing a benefit to fixed income investors. It currently stands at 2.54%. While the U.S. received good news that the domestic GDP grew faster than previously reported in the second quarter, revised to 4.6% from 4.2%, much of the rest of the globe was mired in negative events. Coalition airstrikes against ISIL, weak German business confidence, sanctions between Russia and the West, and concerns about growth in Asia weighed on equity markets. Central bank watchers will be keeping a close eye on the European Central Bank's meeting this week. The bank has promised quantitative easing actions. Details have been slow to arrive and investors are growing impatient. Geopolitical events will again promise to influence markets this week. Perhaps most important will be the Chinese response to pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. As we have seen all too much this year, democratic protests and tanks in the streets make for choppy markets. In the week ahead, we have several market-moving events. Monday, we have personal income and outlays. Tuesday, the Case-Shiller Home Price Index and the Consumer Confidence Report. Wednesday, the ISM Manufacturing Index, construction spending, and vehicle sales. Thursday, jobless claims and the Factory Orders Report. And Friday, we will have the release of the Employment Situation Report and international trade. Thank you very much, and have a great week.